All right, hello everybody and welcome to the final week of Women's Weekly for the month of August. This is going to be the last run of Women's Weekly for the foreseeable future, and we have got two teams duking it out in a best of 5 finals to see who is going to come away with pride and bragging rights. And Pads is going to start it off for us with a fake in front of the goal line. She got multiple defenders to bite on it. Looks like Aurora and Hattie just running into each other. But before we get too far into it, let's introduce our players for today. So on one side, we've got team Catchphrase with Pads, Sonoki, and Katesune. And then on the other side, we have something else, which is Hattie, who is CP Can't Stop Me, and what's the other name she goes by? Is Norca. Many names, but we're just going to call her Hattie today. And then we've got a Jinx, which is MV1. We know her from Hawaiian Pizza. And Aurora, who I believe it's still in the same month. She took the bounty for this month, so she has already earned herself the purse. And is just looking for great play as we continue on. That's going to be a follow-up from Pads, though. A little messy in front of the net. Sonoki trying to get a shot on. Demo's the last, and Aurora in a rush back. She makes an insane save. Oh my gosh. But unfortunately, it was not quite enough, and Catchphrase go up 2-0. Now these teams, we've seen all of these players at one point or another in Women's Weekly, and I've got to say we've got a pretty good lineup going here. I feel like I say this every week, but honest to goodness, this is probably one of the more evenly matched lineups on both ends. And so far we're seeing it kept to a 2-0 game, which is pretty darn close considering threes doesn't tend to be that high scoring, and it looks like we're having a little bit of momentum issues from the orange end, but they are retaining pressure on the blue half until Sonoki gets a long clear downfield. That's a soft touch from Hattie. She tries to keep possession of it and leaves it in the corner. Pad, she's going to take possession, but gives it away to Jinx for a long clear down the pitch. Now we have Hattie pinch into the center. Sonoki's going to be able to stop that right in its tracks, and it pops out into the middle. Jinx having to turn in rotation, make a defensive touch, and now we have pressure moving the other way. Aurora again playing that possession game. It looks like Jinx, she gets up quickly for the stop. Otherwise, Paz is going to have a shot attempt on net. Sonoki, her touch is going to go wide, and Hattie brings it out into the corner for a pinch down into the midfield. Now it's Jinx. She's going to receive it. Demo on the play. Sonoki is going to have all the time in the world to take possession of this, but she is going to get demoed from behind. Now it's Katesune. She's up on the ball. She goes through the corner, takes the boost, leaves it for her teammates, and the clear going all the way down the other half. Now it's Sonoki playing it careful, close to the car, takes it out of the corner. Aurora's going to hit it with a quick pop in the middle, follow it up with another touch. Pads getting up there for the save, and she's going to follow it off the back wall for a clear. Now it's Katesune. She's called out on her positioning, and Hattie with the side wall shot off of Pad's touch. She didn't have enough boost to stay close to it, and that is quite a touch indeed. I'm not sure Hattie was calculating that from when she took off from the ground, but I'm sure she is happy all the same of the results. So it's Katesune. She reads the slow kickoff, and that is going to be the goal right back into Catchphrase's favor. Oh, it looks like Aurora, maybe she's having a little troubles. She's readied up, so hopefully she's good to go again. But Katesune taking advantage of that, what is it called? Stalled kickoff. There we go. I'm losing my words, but they'll come back to me. No worries. Now it's Sonoki. Her touch goes all the way clear. Katesune not getting any touch on it, and now Pad, she's going to have to play keep away. Aurora, high pop in the middle. Following it up, trying to get a flip reset. Doesn't make contact. Pad, side flip to get in the way of it. Now it's Hattie and Aurora on retreat. Quick pop into the center. Aurora can't make contact with it. Hattie is going to have to use all of her boost to get it out. She's going to keep trying to following it down the pitch. But now she's going ahead for the physical play. Katesune off the back wall to make a touch. Now it's Hattie. Having collected the corner boost, is going to pop it back out into the middle. High touch from Jinx. No boost to follow up. And now it's Aurora. She takes possession, goes to the sidewall. Pads is going to meet her from the ceiling to challenge. And Sonoki soft into the middle. Now another touch out into the center. Catchphrase are under a lot of pressure right now. Looks like they have fallen finally. Jinx finds a way through, and she is going to make it a 3-2 game. Only down 1 with just about a minute remaining in the first game. The kickoff is going to be really important here for something else. If they can get possession, they have a good chance of coming back and making this a 3-all game, but the ball going the other way. They have to get out of their half. Sonoki trying to suffocate them, and Katesune, she keeps it in the orange. That's going to be Hattie long clear. She goes up off the sidewall to meet Katesune. It's going to fall down to Pads as she tries to bring it out of the corner. Now there's a pop into the center of the field. Sonoki chipping it past one. Hattie's going to have to turn on this, and she gets up for a second touch. Pinching across the net. Katesune clear cross. It's dangerous as there was an awaiting orange player on the other end. Jinx, she's going to follow it up, and it is 3-all. Just over 30 seconds remaining, and these guys are tied up in game number 1. Aurora, great pass off the back wall. Just made Pads awkward enough that she couldn't get the clear. Now we're going to see something else. They've had a resurgence in this game. They started down in the first half, but now they're making a play for the win. That's going to be Pads all the way from her half. She almost gets the goal out of it, going for the backboard double. But now it's Sonoki and Katesune both missing on a mad dash back into their half. Pads is alone by herself, and that is going to be a passing play. Jinx and Aurora working beautifully together down the pitch. That's such a great move there for Aurora to pass. You can see that Pads, as last back, was possibly expecting Aurora to bring it through the corner and out into the middle. And instead of that, she goes for a quick pass center, and Jinx is waiting right there to capitalize. This game has had quite the turnaround. Catchphrase are down. Let's see if they have any last-second heroics, but no, it's going to pinch out into the side and be grounded. Something else steal game number 1. Game number 2. Something else have the advantage in the series, but prior to the last-minute heroics from Team Orange, Catchphrase had a decent amount of momentum moving in their favor. So are we going to see them try to start off with that once again, or have something else figure them out? It's going to be a good challenge from Katesune. Drops into Sonoki, and now Pad. She's going to have to recover off of this. Aurora, thankfully, didn't have any boost to turn around to get the quick challenge. That's high pop into the middle. Sonoki off the backboard. Aurora's trying to stop it, but she can't make contact with it. And that's going to be Katesune taking possession into the corner. Goes to the ceiling, gets a pop over one, but she's used almost all of her boost to do so. That's a high pop from Sonoki. Calls Hattie out, and that's a quick shot from Sonoki. Beautiful into the bottom left. Great pop from her, pass to herself, and just beating out the last players. You can see Hattie moved up too far in anticipation of her teammates' clear, and that is where you're going to get called on out on rotation, folks. You got to be really careful to be aware if your teammate actually has possession of the ball, or if it is possibly going to be a lost 50-50. Now it's Pat, she's going off the wall. Jinx able to pop it high, keep it out of possession. Now it's going to be a Aurora. Dangerous decision to try to bring it across net, but they are going to survive for now. Quick pass from Sonoki, or to Sonoki. Katesune keeping it in the box, and now it's going to be Jinx. Long clear. Pads gets up in the way of it and cuts off the pass. Now it's going to be Sonoki off the side wall. She's getting in her groove, you could tell, but she ran out of boost, couldn't get a second touch. Now she's going to mess with the Aurora in net for a second. And that's Katesune with the dunk on a low boost Aurora, who is just trying to get out of the net after playing a little bit of bumper cars. And Katesune getting the better of that clear. Again, we have seen this scoreline happen almost in the same time in the last game. Are we going to see a similar ending? Now it's Pad, soft touch, keep possession, high pop, and Sonoki gets the third. Catchphrase are really gaining momentum here. It looks like Aurora, she just tried to have a possessing touch, but Pads hit her one better. And that was a great shot placement from Sonoki into the left side of the net. That was the most awkward for all of the players who were on retreat. Just very well placed. Early block from Jinx, goes back into the center. Aurora, follow up on the play. She can't get another touch out into the center. It looks like she's just playing a little bit fast for herself right now. She's having a few mechanical mishaps that we haven't seen from her in the past. Now Sonoki in efforts to get the pass. She pumps it past pads. And now it's Hattie. Air dribble all the way down the other end. That was close shot, almost online. Aurora getting the block. She's going to allow Jinx to pop it into the center, and Sonoki, trying to keep possession of it, allows Aurora an opportunity to sink one in. And that was just a cluster right there. Aurora, sneaky turn. We were on Sonoki's player view, so we all know that she could not see Aurora there, and that is quite a cut in rotation if ever I've seen one. Worked out for them this time, but that miss is going to mean that Sonoki gets another for her team. Yeah, looks like Jinx just going a little bit too fast off the back, and Sonoki able to hit her mark. Even kickoff. These ladies have been fighting for possession every single time. Aurora, pop over one. Hattie, her opportunity taken away. But Orange continues to pressure the net. Now Sonoki, she's up quickly. She gets Aurora to force it into the corner. Now it's 2 on the clear. Jinx, she's going to pop it from the midfield. Aurora went up again. Didn't make contact with it, and now it falls to Jinx. She gets to 50. Hattie and Aurora keep it in, and now it's another follow-up. She bumps Katesune, but then also makes contact with Hattie. Looks like there's just a little bit too much physical aggression here, and it's not working out for something else. Now it's Katesune, quick clear. She gets bumped off the ball. Now it's Aurora's possession. Sonoki quick to stuff that out, but she has pads right behind her to make the follow-up touch. Now it's dropping down into the center. Pads getting a 50-50. Jinx, she was able to get the power on it, and now it's Katesune in the corner. She gets a demo on one. Aurora, high pop. That's going to make it harder to shoot. And Jinx with a follow-up pop, allowing Aurora with an opportunity. It's just off the sidebar. And now Jinx. She has to bring it up from the center. Goes for a reset. Fakes out one. Gets the musty, but Pad's able to clear it out. Sonoki moving down the other end. She flicks it past one. Jinx tries to get in the way of it, but Katesune, quick on the trot, will put in a 5th. Jinx, you could see she was avoiding the bump from Sonoki. If she flipped into that ball at all, she was going to be clanged out of the way. So, you know, not much that she could do there on the play. And unfortunately for something else, that is going to mean that their deficit is extended to 4 goals with the final minute remaining. Sonoki, great touch to make sure that remains out of the net. Now it's going to be pads. Katesune on the chase. Blocked away. Now Jinx, she gets it over one, trying to follow it up. She's had to invest all of her boost, so she's going to be slow back on the rotation. Both of her teammates not making contact. Pads is going to dive in quickly, try to take advantage of the situation. They've got something else all stuck on pretty low boost, but that's going to be Hattie. High pop into the center. She's forcing out the defenders. Now we have Jinx. Defensive retain of the possession. She's going to pop it high over her net, though. Needs Hattie's help to clear it away. And Aurora already downfield, ready to make work of this. Now it's a demo. Pads moving through. Final 10 seconds. Something else have run out of time. Now we're going to see our catchphrase going to get one more for the road. Pads on the reset. Getting the dunk, and what a gorgeous goal. Hattie dropping the nice one in chats. That, I have to say, that was probably one of the highlights in the 8 months we've been doing this. That was a beautiful goal. Oh my goodness. But catchphrase bringing us to 1-1. Game number 3. Getting into it. We've got 1-1 in the series. And both these teams, we saw something else kind of steal it in the tail end. And then Catchphrase bringing it back with a show of dominance in game number 2. But who is going to take the advantage, the ultimate win in the series to put themselves on match point in this best of 5 grand finals? And it looks like something else have all of the pressure in the first half. Now we have a Rule 1 in the corner. Let's see if it's broken. We're going to have a 2v2 for now. Hattie taking this opportunity. She's going to bring it up, go for a ceiling pitch. She gets out into space, and now it's Aurora's clear with the dribble on the play. Hattie trying to do a quick capitalization. Now that's a free one all the way down the other end, and Aurora can't get to it. Katesune scoring the first. Sonoki dropping the heart in chat for those two, keeping the Rule 1, and Jinx returning it. I honestly love to see it. You know, I think if there is one rule that I am going to respect for all of time in Rocket League, it is Rule 1. And I can say that with definite confidence, as I have also done it in women's carball competitive. So Hattie, though, she's taken a full pitch air dribble basically and gets it past the last defender with the final touch to make it 1-1. A little bit different of a start than we saw in the previous 2 games. Catchphrase are going to try to bring back their second game momentum, though, as they have the possession on the orange half. Now it's Katesune avoiding a bump. She backs up to get a better line touch on it, and now that's a quick shot. Hattie right in the middle of the goal, able to make the stop. Now it's bad. She's just getting touches all over the wall. Sonoki a little bit turned around in the back corner, but she's going to try to clear it away. Jinx tackling her, and now it's Pads to receive in the corner. She gets demoed for her trouble. Now Hattie with a quick shot on net. Oh my gosh, that had some pace to it. Pads carefully taken out, dribbles it past one, over the top of another, goes for the purple set, and Aurora's just baiting her out. Now it's a pinch in the back. Demo is going to mean that the net is open for a second. Aurora going for the tight angle double tap, and she sinks it. That was going to be pretty much the only way she got it into the goal with pace. Pads there on defense, reading the first shot, and Aurora's just going to outplay her, put it around. You know, that's what I meant when I said that these guys, this is a pretty good field of players. They've got a lot of skills between all of them. We've already seen a couple beautiful goals here, and man, am I happy about it. It's such a good way to end off Women's Weekly. I feel like, you know, getting a couple highlights, there's no better way to get it. The only thing that would be better, as Aurora scores a third, is if we had a game 5 in this series, if it went the distance. Hattie and Aurora, though, they're really trying to make sure it doesn't. Making a statement here in game number 3. Another dead ball on the kickoff. Pat's going to take it into the orange corner. Going up to the ceiling. Jinx trying to get up for the block, and Hattie is going to bail her out with the behind her challenge. Now Sonoki barely making contact with it. It's going to force Katesune to rush back. Pads getting in the way of Jinx, but Aurora's there to assist. Now it's a quick pop off the back. Hattie, her shot is wide. Sonoki, she's a little bit awkward in net, and Aurora able to put it on the close post and outplay the defender. Great passing from Hattie, just right out. Aurora lurking at the front post, ready to put that in. Now we're about to see, we're getting near the field of goals difference of the last game. Are something else going to show us as dominant of game 3 as Catchphrase did in game number 2? We're on track to. Aurora, she's getting warmed up here. Jinx trying to get in the way. She makes the second touch on it. That was very beautifully played. Katesune almost getting the tight angle double tap, but Aurora read it. Now it's Pads and Jinx fighting in front of the box. Katesune, bottom corner shot, and she is going to be able to put it in. Hattie dropping a what a save. It looks like she was getting chased in the net there. Yeah, Aurora. Aurora getting bumped by Sonoki. Oh, love to see the physical plays. Sonoki dropping the wide eyes. Ah, chat banner. So much fun. Quick pop. Katesune gonna receive it. She stalls it out for a second. Pads trying to make up the ground and get in the way. Now Hattie, she's pre-jumped from last week. Bumping Katesune in the back line and trying to steal the corner boost. She's just gonna get a 50 though. Pads bring it out into the center. Dangerous ball. Aurora, she's demoed. And now Sonoki, 0 boost to the wall. Hattie's already up for it. Crazy pre-jump from her. Now it's gonna be Aurora. Pass into the center. Easy enough clear for Pads though, as she gets met by Jinx in the corner. Now it's Katesune, she misses her touch. Sonoki gonna bring it down the other end. Pads gets a demo. Sonoki flipping it past one, trying to get the shot on net. Katesune, her shot is also blocked by Hattie. Now it's Aurora, diving save into the wall. Quick shot. Sonoki receiving it into her own corner, secures the boost, and now we move into the orange half yet again. She's looking for the 50. Hattie goes low. Katesune popping it wide, bumps Aurora, and Pads following up. Hattie with another close one in chat. Katesune hitting her with it as well as she clears Aurora out the net. Oh man, this is wonderful. I can't even cast this right now because I'm just like enjoying spectating it. Now we have quick shot just off the bar. Hattie almost scoring it in her attempt to save, but it's going to move into the midfield. That's Katesune. She goes off the ceiling. She's got to make a careful touch here. She doesn't get the block, and that is going to be Jinx, increasing it to a 2-goal difference once again. Katesune just not fully landing on the ceiling, and that made her flip into it afterwards. A little bit awkward and easy for Jinx to capitalize. Now, good 50 in the middle. Catchphrase trying to get a goal out of it, but Jinx, she's going to play it slow into the sidewall. Sonoki all the way up to the ceiling. Hattie's going to clear it through the center and to the other wall. Now it's Pad. She misses her touch. Aurora follow-up. That's going to mean it is all but secured for something else. They are going to come away with match point in the finals. Game number 4 is something else. They had the advantage in the series. Can they close out in 4, or will we get a game 5? You guys all know what I'm hoping for. Hattie, she's going to start off with demo on the play. Katesune getting a good 50-50. Sonoki follows it up with a shot, but it's easy save for Aurora. Now it's Jinx back down the other way. Pad's going to have to make a good calculated touch here, and she does. And her team comes away with the offensive push. Now it's a panic on the goal line. Aurora doesn't make a contact with it. Now it's free out the Pads on the side. Bounce off the corner means that Orange is going to clear it away. Katesune pass to Pads. Shot just off the bar and in. You cannot have more perfect placement than that. Squeaking its way into the goal for the opener in game number 4. Pad showing us some sharpshooter skills there. And Katesune with the assist. Now it's going to be Pads again on the ball. She clears out into the corner. Aurora's going to take possession of it. She's met by Katesune, and that's free in front of the net. Jinx able to make the block. Pads is going to keep it up high. Second touch off the back wall. Can't follow up. And now it's going to be Sonoki. She gets the second. Now you can't get too excited about this though if you are a Catchphrase fan, because they have started off hot in a couple of the other games and then gone on to lose it. So hold your horses there if you're getting a little bit ants in the pants. We are going to have to see. There is 4 minutes remaining in this game. That's going to be a good start for Pads though, as she looks like ping maybe went up for Katesune. Oh my goodness. EU is getting absolutely cooked right now, and Sonoki's gonna take advantage of it. Oh my gosh. That's that is very targeted. All right, looks like we've got our server remade and all fine, good to go. The EU ladies were getting absolutely cooked in the previous server. So we're just doing our own remake here since I do not have since I don't have admin mode. Oh, almost a goal. No, we're wasting precious seconds. Get it in, guys. Okay, so after this goal, we're good to go into regular play. Bad's calling out Hattie for going for the net. Alright, back into our regular 3v3. We've got Catchphrase up 2-0, and hopefully the ladies aren't too messed up from that restart. But something else, they gotta try to come back in this fourth game if they are going to close out the series. So far, Catchphrase have done pretty well to keep it under wraps. Now it's Pad. She's going to take it high all the way to the ceiling where Aurora meets her. Now it's Katesune. Double off the sideball. Pads and Sonoki trying to get a pinch, and Hattie is going to dive back just in time to make the clear. Now it's Pads and Sonoki both diving on the play. Katesune downfield to receive it, but her shot goes wide. Hard redirect for her. Now that's Pads. She keeps possession. Sonoki shot off the sidebar. Now you have Jinx. She's alone in the back. High pop from her teammate to her teammates. Upfield, Aurora waiting on the corner boost to receive. Now it's going to be a forced clear from Pad. She just makes enough contact. She's getting chased down the other end. Hattie, awkward on the touch. Now it's going to be popping off the sidebar. Sonoki trying to get it back into the middle, and Katesune finally able to put it in for a third. There's a lot of management of the ball in front of the net, and Jinx just unfortunately did not get up in time. And we see Catchphrase extend their lead. Now Sonoki retreating in her back corner. She's going to bring it across her net. Jinx gets the demo on her. Now it's Katesune versus Aurora in the back. Aurora able to easily pop it past her. She gets it past Pads as well, but then is bumped clear. Sonoki, high pop. Hattie's going to keep it in the middle of the pitch, and Katesune closing the distance. Let's follow up off the corner into the center. Pads trying to receive it. Shot off the sidebar. Yet again, it looks like Sonoki removed her shoot. What in the? That was almost an own goal. Sonoki removed her shooting boots between this game and the last, as she has not been able to get much on target since then. Now it's another pass into the center from the player. Pads also not connecting. Now it's a race to the corner boost. Clear all the way down the other end. Sonoki's going to halt it near the midfield line. Now it's her and Paz on the march forward. Now we have a pop into the center all the way back to Katesune. She almost gets outplayed, but is able to retreat in time. Aurora chasing. That's another pass into the center. Both Katesune and Paz go out. Paz trying to get the pitch down to get some clearance on that ball. Misses her pickup of the mid boost. Now she's low in the back line. Sonoki pass into the center. Beats Jinx. Katesune already up. Now it's going to be center ball. Aurora taking over. She misses her touch. Now that leaves it Katesune in the middle. Sonoki, soft pop into the center. Pass up early for it. Off the bar and in. Off of the defenders, I would like to say. Let's watch it back once again. Yeah, off the bar. Oh, and it looks like an unfortunate own goal. 4-0 with just under 2 minutes remaining. Something else have lost a lot of their mojo trying to go for the delayed kickoff there, but it doesn't work out for them. They're under more early pressure off the kickoff. Now Sonoki, she does a wide turn, tries to get this past one player, and that is going to be a free net for Pads. and a 5th goal on the board. Sonoki, great patience there to take a wide turn, get a better angle on that, and is allowed the power so Pads can follow it up easily. Now you have a kickoff going the way of something else, but quickly snuffed by Sonoki. Hadi, she's going to air dribble all the way into her backboard, trying to just keep on the ball, keep it away from any blue players. Katesune off the sidewall. She's going to go for the long clear. Hadi was already up for the challenge. Sonoki not able to get the follow-up, and Katesune going to sink a 6th. Quick counterattack down the other end. Sonoki again hitting it just off the bar, and that is going to allow Katesune with the follow-up into the opposite corner. Jinx, not making the initial touch, had little to no hope of following up with another save. Now it's going to be Katesune in the center. She takes a 50 with Aurora. That's Sonoki on the dribble. She pops it high. Jinx able to bat away, but now it's Pads putting it back into the blue half. Another free ball on the corner. Aurora passing to the middle, and that's just going to be a goal. A 7th on the board. Unfortunate own pass, since it wasn't technically a goal right off the rip, but yeah, this game falling apart for something else, and it looks like we are, I mean, barring a miracle, are gonna have a game 5 in this series as Catchphrase go up to a 2nd and match point. That's Katesune clear down all the way to the other end. Aurora's quickly on it. She gets 50-50 out to the center, and Pads and Katesune trying to make the clear. That's another quick pop for Aurora. She's getting it into the center. 50. Pads able to keep it in the corner and safe. No Brazil today. Oh, there's an opportunity. Also kept up by Hadi. Sonoki own goaling, and it is. We secure the Brazil to end off game number 4. You know, I find it quite interesting that Sonoki has had how many chances on net, and she is only able to own goal. But that aside, we are going to move into game number 5. All right, looks like we've got meme cars on the side of something else. Hadi in the Esper, Aurora in the Scarab, I do believe, and and the other one in the Batmobile. But Katesune, she's not going to have any of it, and scores right away. Just a dunk on the Batmobile, and that is what you risk when you run that car. Is that that is a beautiful, beautiful Esper. Is that an Esper? That's an Esper, right? I don't know my various cars as well as I should. But Aurora with a gorgeous build here. She is going to get a goal almost, and Jinx has to clean it up for her as it bounced off the post. Great outplay from Aurora with the 1-touch, 2-touch off the wall, and Jinx sinking it. Team Shenanigans hopefully have brought their spirits a little bit higher after that beatdown with the Brazil in game number 4. And, you know, we had to wait out a pee break or 2. So, yeah. Getting the momentum change in game number 5. Pads able to 50 it away. Sonoki's gonna flip it over 1. That's a long clear down the other end. Hadi with the dangerous shot on net. And Jinx, her follow-up shot does not have much bite to it. Now it's Pads. She misses her touch. Katesune is gonna have to invest all of her boosts to get a follow-up. That's gonna be Pads getting to 50. Sonoki sweeping through, getting it through the corner. And Jinx chasing it down the wall. Now it's Katesune with a little help from Sonoki. Moving down to the other end. Quick pop in the corner. Aurora flying past the ball. Hattie to clear it away. Let's pop over one. Sonoki doesn't make contact with it, but thankfully his shot was not online. Katesune, she's gonna go ahead, try to make some trouble. She doesn't connect with anybody, but she does force all the players back, and that is gonna be a beautiful save from Hattie. Aurora's up for a second, and Hattie clear off the back wall. Gorgeous touch. Jinx just stalling that in front of net. Aurora having to dive. Hattie's gonna help her out and keep it in the corner. Now it's another fly across net. Katesune over to Pads. Pads is going to pinch it up. Sonoki not making contact with it, and now it's a pinch all the way down the other end, dropping right in front of the net. Pads wisely going off the back wall is able to pinch it clear. Hattie wreaking havoc in the back line. Aurora's going to pop it over, try to get it past Pads, but she does make contact with it. And now it's clear down the other end. Sonoki, no boost. Can't touch the ball. Hattie's gonna have a free air dribble. She's going for the reset. Secures it. Goes through the 50-50, but the player doesn't touch. Now you have Sonoki through the corner. Hattie delays. It's gonna be a errant shot wide. Now Katesune on the counter. Hattie stopping it just before the orange corner. Aurora and Jinx pinching it into the blue half. Jinx possession play. Now it's going to be Sonoki popping to the side wall. We got Aurora up quick. She gets the second touch on it, following it into the corner. Doesn't get the boost, stolen away by Sonoki, but it's in front of the net. That was dangerous. Hattie couldn't get there. Now Sonoki on the air dribble. She's taking her time, pinch into the ceiling, and cleared into the corner. Katesune, she's trying to take a wider line on this. Gets up for it, leaves it for Sonoki. Shot, had the pace, just was too far back. Now we have Hattie off the back wall. She doesn't have any boost. She handles it well, keeping out of harm's way. Now it's Aurora, another clear to the side. We're reaching the final minute, and we remain 1-all in this game. Sonoki, she takes it all the way back to her corner, retaining possession. Can't pick up any boosts along the way, though, and now that's Pad. She's called out. Jinx sinking one from the sidewall. Sonoki had to pop that. She was worried about the pressure from behind being dispensed by Hattie, and that just allowed Jinx the window of opportunity that she needed to take advantage. Now it's Aurora, quick shot. Pads, able to stop it. It's going to be another pass out into the center. Sonoki doesn't make contact. Now it's Katesune. Low boost. And able to make an effective clear, but we have it all the way down the other end. Aurora taking it to the back wall, clearing it from there. Pad, she's going to cut it quick. Shot on net, right into Jinx awaiting arms. Now that's a clear. Long all the way down. Sonoki, 20 seconds remaining for her team. She's going to have to move this down the pitch in short order. Hattie's going to delay for time. Now that's Pads, another follow-up. Scramble off the back wall. Katesune doesn't make contact. Pads, she's trying to keep it in play, but the 50-50 is going to move into the blue half. Final seconds. Katesune, what can she do? She moves it out of her back corner. Can't make a follow-up touch. Sonoki's going to pop it high. Now it's Hattie. She fakes the ball, and it drops right in front of the net. GG's. Meme team has won it. Something else closing out the series. All right, that is going to do it for Women's Weekly. It's sad to have to send off this tournament, but as I said in the prior video, I just have, a few too many obligations that I have to tend to. And for now, Women's Weekly is the thing that has to be set aside. But hopefully someday in the future, I can get it going again, because I know I had a great lot of fun with it. I hope anybody who watched and followed along had a wonderful time viewing all the games and you know that my casting was acceptable to your ears. But you know, mostly I'm just glad to have provided a space for the players to compete every week and just have a fun time. So genuine huge thanks goes out to all the players who ever participated in Women's Weekly, whether it was once or multiple times. I appreciate each and every single one of you. If I had a list of names in front of me right now, I'd shout out everybody who joined. But yeah, huge thank you to you guys. And then also huge thanks to anybody who watched and supported it. I know it doesn't get a lot of views, but I appreciate everybody who gave it one anyways and, you know, stuck around for it and tuning in every week. And it's just been a great pleasure to be able to put on this tournament. So hopefully one day I can bring it back and we can have a return to Women's Weekly. But for now, this is the end. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day or night whenever you're watching this. And I will see you in the next one.